Okay, good. Let's do a hammer fist to the right side. Ready? Go. Good. Again, look in the direction you're striking. Okay, but the timing of when you look is important, right? So the strike starts, and then you want to try and think about the timing of your head to your cover hand. Okay. All right. Again, ready? Go. Good. Again, ready? Go. So look all the way there, Erica. Look all the way in that direction. Again, ready? Go. There you go. Good. Yeah. Again, ready? Do it slow. Okay. Do it slow. Try and get it up, out, and now it's like there's a string from your cover hand to your head. That's what pulls your head. Okay. Right. Okay. When you do look, you want to make sure you get your head all the way turned that way, right? Your eyes are important. Your eyes kind of lead your intent, right? Okay. So you can't be looking over here and hitting over here and really get your intent in that direction. Okay. All right. So again, ready and go. Good. The other thing is that if your intent's got to go in the direction you're going. A lot of that is because of you want progressive weapons, right? So if you throw your head with it or following it, then you're going to be more apt to lead up with progressive weapons. Okay, progressive weapons are important. Okay, again, why are progressive weapons important? Do you know what I mean by progressive weapons?
Like weapons hold on?
No.
One weapons after the other one?
Yeah. Yeah, you continue to fire weapons. What you don't want to do is you don't want to get in like a situation where you're one-shotting. We're like, okay, I'm going to try and get one in on Mr. Ray, and I hit, and I'm going to come back here, and then we see what happens, right? Because once that opportunity has started where you're attacking, then you have to keep following it up because those progressive weapons keeps your opponent from recovery, right? You don't want recovery. You continually maintain them off balance. Take their center line, okay? So again, progressive weapons. Again, ready? Go. Good. Hey, that was better. Again, ready? Go. Good. Now, do it again. Ready? Go. Where'd that work?
Didn't work very good.
Out there, huh? Now it's strong. Yeah, you got to have your cover hand out here at 3/4 extension. Okay, so think about you do this weapon here, and your cover hand's here. Is it really ready to fire? No. Okay, but out here it's ready to fire into your next weapon. Okay, so you want cover hand at 3/4 extension. And go. Good. Again. Okay, so I kind of wanted to review real quickly before we go into tonight's technique. We last did whirling elbow, right? So you guys have whirling elbow. You've got pop in here and there, right? Everybody remember it, right? Okay, so let's see whirling elbow. Ready? And go. Good. So this is a really good place to kind of feel progressive weapons and continuous energy flow, okay? In whirling elbow, you've got here and you come in. Now, we're working on this a little bit earlier, but if you just do not shift your center line here and you just turn and rotate, you get this coiling type of an energy into it, right? And that kind of builds up like a spring, which you can then unload into the hard bow energy. Does that make sense? So you've got techniques here. I just want to explain the difference here. You've got like inward defense. Inward defense, you've got block, chop. That's pretty similar to what we did here in whirling elbow, isn't it? Okay. The block is turn, chop is shift. So we go to a little bit wider horse on that, right? Whirling elbow is turn. We go to a little bit wider horse there. So far, nothing really too different in the two techniques, is there? As far as body motion, when we're looking at body motion, there's nothing different between the two. But in the third weapon, there is, okay? Because in inward defense, the guy comes in with this punch, and I block, and my opponent is still out here, and I'm in a reinforced position. So I have this distance away. Plenty of room to get that shot in there, right? Okay, because I've reinforced out here. Whirling elbow is different because he comes into the hooking. Yeah, he's got a little hook on it. Okay, we get inside. Now here, do I have much distance to get my next weapon in? So I can't use shift of center line there, can I? Make sense? I can't use it. I have to use turn with no shift of center line to get that next weapon in, right? Now, once that happens, okay, so we've got him here, we come in here, now I go pop here. Now what's the reaction going to be when I pop him there? His head's back. Now I got room to hit with the next weapon, right? Okay, so then I can go back to using shift of center line. Does that make sense? Okay, so even though the body motions start off exactly the same, we're going to need to use a little bit different energy in that hammer fist than we would in inward defense. Does that make sense? So it's a coil up, coil, then explode energy, okay? Rather than shift turn, which is different, okay? All right, so let's do that. We'll break it down. We're going to go here, elbow, good, elbow, good. Now coil, there you go, then shift. There you go, good. So don't shift it all here and then drive to a deep hard bow on the heel palm. And try to feel how those two can blend together. Okay? All right, let's try that again. Ready? Just go through it on your own and see if you can feel that energy. Ready? Go. There you go. Good. Good. Okay. Now, I'll give you something even more that's kind of advanced. Yeah? In concept. Does it seem kind of? Yeah, different, right? Yeah? Give you something even a little bit more advanced than that. Okay? So when we did this coiling energy, we stayed rooted into the ground in our horse stance here, right? We're rooted into the ground in our horse stance. Now, then we release the foot to go to the hard bow, right? So being rooted allowed us to kind of coil into ourselves. Make sense? We can do it without rooting, okay? So if you watch the feet from here, see the coil actually does happen with a floating foot. Make sense? Don't try this at home. No, kidding. Okay, so you're going to want, that's going to take you a little time to develop, okay? But if you see it, there's coil here, coil, explode. There's a coiling energy and then exploding. So you kind of coil in that horse stance even though it's floating and then drive to the hard bow, okay? Kind of an advanced version of the floating foot. Make sense? All right, so for right now, you're going to do it coiling in a horse stance rooted in the ground. And keep practicing that over and over until you really feel good about it. And then just try and flow through the whole thing without actually setting that down by using the floating foot, okay? You're going to have to take some steps to get there. Make sense? All right, so let's just see it slow and go through that. Ready? And go. There you go. So try to differentiate the energy flows between inward defense and this one. Got it? There's a strong differentiation between the way those energy flows. Is this making sense?
Yeah.
Yes? Good. Okay. All right, let's go into our next technique here is evading overhead. Guy comes over and he tries to club you in the head. All right? So if somebody's trying to club you in the head, most likely he's got something in his hand, right? Most people don't just try to hammer fist somebody on top of the head. I mean, it's not out of the question. They might. But they've probably got, like, something in their hand they're going to hit me with. Okay, so you guys, you know, you did upward defense, getting inside. This one is going to do a little different. We're going to evade. So if Mr. Ray comes straight down on my head here, and I simply step to a horse, he misses, right? Okay? Because here's my center line, here's where he's aiming, and then I'm off of that line. That's pretty simple, right? Thank you. All right, so let's just do that. Hands behind the back, and we're here, and we just step to a horse. Good. Now, when you do it, you have to make sure that you drive to the horse. So that means when you drive, when you hover back into your stance, how does that work? You drop. Yeah, you got to grab in the ground. You got to drop down. You got to get behind this leg, and you got to push with that leg, right? The wrong way to do it is to stick your foot out and counterbalance your head and then go back onto your foot. That's incorrect, right? Okay. In the case of this, if we did that the incorrect way, think about a guy's coming over the top trying to hit us, and we reach back, we're kind of keeping our head where that thing's coming down for a long time, aren't we? Not a good idea, right? So you want to make sure to get down and drive so you're out of there quickly, okay? Open that door quickly. So, drop, drive. There you go, good. When you practice this drop and drive, you can move your foot again. So you can drop, set that foot on the ground, and then move it again, so you're not just spinning in place. If you're spinning in place, that's not really drive, is it? Okay? You want to be moving that foot so that other foot is pushing you there. There you go, good, good. Okay. Now, if you spin and you're off balance to a top that's off balance, yeah, it wobbles all over the place, right? What happens to a top that is not off balance, it's centered? It spins, and it's hard to knock it off, isn't it? Right? It's hard to take it off balance. It has that centrifugal force, and it's a gyroscopic force that holds it in place, right? So if your head looks down a little bit and you spin, okay, just try that. Just go ahead and look down, step back, and then spin really fast. What happens? Yeah, it makes you dizzy, and you also like wobble a lot, right? Okay, now pull your shoulders back, pull your head back, drop back, and then spin really fast. It's very clean and centered, right? Big difference, right? So you want that center line, very clean motion, okay? Very important. If you lean over there for a while, and you're probably going to get hit, right? You want to keep and drive back, okay? So again, drop down, back, and drive to a horse. Good. Good. Okay. With a partner, you're going to come, and I'm going to hit you in the head, and you're going to do a horse. Just like that. Okay? Try that with a partner. Huh? I'm with these girls so I can watch. Somebody goes first. Uh-oh.
Do something.
Drop, drive back. No, drive back. So hands back. Okay, drop, drive back out of the way. No, your right foot goes back, turn to a horse. Yep, that's it. Okay. There you go, good. Now you don't have to get way out of the way, just a little bit. There you go. How much does it have to miss by? Just got to miss, right? Okay. Just step back to heel. No, you're stepping too far back this way. All you got to do is just step straight to heel toe.
Because I think that's the problem. No more centered to your arm.
No. You would be centered to her, right?
Yeah, I'm centered to you, and then.
Yeah, you know, this is something that's common. When people practice this, they tend to do this, and they're like, okay, we're going to practice. I'm going to practice from right here. They always do that. Okay, let's do it from here. Is that training you properly? No, because in a fight situation, would you go like talking like this? You know? No, you're like face to face with the person here, right? So start from where you would be. Okay? All right, go ahead. There you go, good. That's it, yeah. Once you get it to where you're floating through that and not setting it down, then you'll be back out of the way. When you set it down, it kind of slows you down. Yeah, there you go. Good. There you go. Good. That's it. You see you got a little lean, a little wobble in there? Keeps you there too long, huh? That's it. Try to drop on that supporting leg so you've got dry. There you go. Yeah, that'll get you out of there faster. Better. Good. And try and push those heels out and get a good horse stance. There you go. Good. That's it. Good. That's not bad. Not bad, Erica. Don't duck out of the way. You'll lose your balance, huh? There you go. Yeah, how much does it have to miss by? Just got to miss, right? Yep. There you go.
Brush your nose.
Yeah, that's what you want. Right, there you go. Good, Emily. Good. Okay, you guys got that?
Yep.
All right. So one of the tricks to that is your eyes, okay? If you tend to look at it, you tend to stay in front of it. So you got to watch that. None of you guys did that too bad, but I just want to bring it up because it's a very common problem. When things start to go fast, you like look at it, freeze in it. You just have to be out of the way. We've talked over and over about the not blocking the punch, okay, but blocking your face. And that makes sense to everybody? Does that make sense? You block this area in front of your face, right? So if your intent is on the punch, your brain works in a different way. Okay? If your intent is on your own body and blocking possibilities, your brain will work in a much more efficient way, right? Same thing here. We don't want to look at the punch. We just want to be where it's not, right? Okay, does that make sense? If you put your mental focus on that punch, then you tend to look at it and you end up staying right in front of it. Your mental focus is, imaginary line here, right? You've got an imaginary line where this punch is coming, right? It's coming right at your center. So when you get out of the way, imagine that I should say a plane, not a line, right? It's an imaginary plane there. All you got to do is make sure that, okay, there's where my plane was right there, right? I'm just not there, okay? And it's a big deal. I mean, it sounds simple, but it's the way you think about it makes you move efficiently, right?
So have like a piece of paper here or something like that. You're like pointing like that, and you kind of go past it.
Yeah. Okay, so think about if I were, swinging a sword down there, you just want to be where that sword's not, right? Okay. Think of that plane and not being there instead of putting your focus on the punch. Okay? All right. Again, step back, out of the way. Ready? Go. All right, good. Now, what I said is going to become more important here in this next instance because, so keep it in mind. All right, so now what we're going to do, the guy is coming right down our center line here, right? I want to put my hands up to the left side of my head, okay? Now, if I step back and just let my hands kind of stay in my center, then they are just moving along that plane. Now, what I don't want to do, notice, is I don't want to push them out, okay? How far away, see, I'm not very far off of that plane, right? Okay, I don't want to redirect his punch or anything. So what I have to do is I have to keep my hands close to my body so that they're not in that plane either. Does that make sense? Okay, yes? Okay, so bring him up high so your wrist at eye level, or maybe even a little bit higher because this thing is coming down, right? And then just step out of the way. Good. Okay, so if Mr. Ray does that, comes in with a punch at me here, and I bring my hands up, I step out of the way. I better step out sooner, huh? Do it again. I step out of the way here, then it's going to just miss me, right? Okay, I'm not going to, I don't want to look at the punch. I want to just be where it's not, right? So again, we're here, step out of the way here. Now, I'm stopping it now, but if I continued my motion, I wouldn't, okay? I don't want to, this will be a circle. stopping and playing doesn't work quite so well. But I want you to see the idea of I'm not pushing on it or anything like that, right? Okay. All right. So again, bring it up, step out of the way. There you go. Good. Now, if that's the case, if I step out of the way, let's do that again. Then he has momentum, right? So he tends to, when he does this, follow through. Okay, so that means his hand is somewhere lower than my hands. Do I know how much lower? I don't know, right? But I know that there's somewhere here, right? Okay, so all I have to do is step out of the way and push my hands down. And it'll be somewhere there, right? Okay, see now how when we put it in a circle, it all kind of comes together. Broken down, it doesn't work so much, but in a circle, I'm just getting out of the way and pushing my hands down. At any point, do I have to look at his hand and find where it is? Never do, right? Okay, so again, bring it up, step out of the way, drive the hands down. The hands stay close to your body. Right. Again. Ready? Up, step out of the way, drive the hands down. There you go. Good. Okay. All right. So, up, drop. There you go. Good. So imagine you're not going to look at that punch. You're just going to get out of the way of it. Ready? And go. Good. Okay. And again. Ready? Go. There you go. Good. Okay. Can you do that without ever looking at the punch? Yes? We'll see. Pair up. Good.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Good. Good. Yeah, that's better. You don't have to look at a thing, do you? Nah, you looked at it. As soon as I said that, see, I should never praise you guys, and then you get it wrong. There you go. Better. Much better. Can you see what I'm saying? If you look at it, you kind of get that deer in the headlights. You're like, yeah, there it is. And you start moving differently and all that. Versus if you, yeah, instead of just simply get out of the way of it. Okay. There you go. Good. And you don't have to think about that punch at all. All right. There you go. Don't look at it. Yeah, you got a little bit. You're starting here, and then you're dropping down, and then going back up. Go ahead and just start from here, like worst case scenario, right? Get a little more distance though, because that wouldn't be that close with my hands down, right? Okay, and there you go. So you got a little pause in here. Okay, so what I see, guys, this happens is sometimes you tend to like bring it up, pause here, and then go again. What do you think's causing that?
The 1, 2, 3.
Maybe, but not in this case. Yeah. Why would you pause? You want to think about it? Yeah, what caused you to think about it?
Make sure you're not getting it wrong.
Okay, so if you didn't know exactly where that punch was, you just know that you're not going to be where it is, how could you possibly stop and think about it? You couldn't, right? Because you just are doing a motion getting out of the way of it. If you're paying attention to where the punch is, you might stop and think about it, huh? Because then you're thinking, I got to get the punch. Does that make sense? And then your focus goes on the punch. But instead, if Mr. Pena comes in with the overhand and I just simply get out of the way, I have no idea where his punch is. All I know is it's somewhere on this plane. That's all I know. But I don't care about anything other than the fact that it's somewhere on that plane, right? Make sense? But if I look at it, then you tend to stop, put a stop in your motion, and then you have the deer in the headlights. Instead, come with the punch here, just simply get out of the way. Don't pay attention to that punch whatsoever. Okay? Thank you. Go ahead. There you go. Good. That's faster, isn't it? It's way faster than what you were doing. So, and the other thing on the hands here, this, when you do this, is one complete circle, right? When do the hands energize? When do I start energizing my hands? When I start moving, right. I don't bring them up and then energize my hands, right? He's coming in with that punch, and I just energize my hands from right here, right? I fire him around that circle, and that's it. I don't want to have like, okay, here he comes. Oh, there he is, right? You don't, in fighting speed, you don't have time for that. All you got time for is get out of the way. Fire your weapons and get out of the way, right? Now we're doing it slow, and maybe the person's going a little different speed and all that. Try to coordinate to where you're going about the same speed and get that, that feeling. Once you get comfortable with it, start speeding up. Okay, go ahead. Feel the pause? It's like you're reaching for the punch. Okay? Get out of the way of it. Yeah, much better. Granted, partially it's because he's a lot smaller than you, and this is not really very realistic for him to be trying to hammer fist you on the head, right? So you're kind of like, he's a little farther away than whatever. We can fix that. Here. Now it changes it, right? There you go, good. Now you just want to get out of the way, huh? Go ahead and hold it like a club. Hold the other end. No, the other end. Turn around like a club. Yeah, then it'd be easier to swing like a club there. Little tiny pause in there, feel it? Get out of the way of it. Yeah, you want to start your hand sooner. So that's what's covering you. You're starting your body, but the hands are still down. You want to fire these up, get out of the way. Okay, so you guys think about this. Let's line up again here. Let's do a little exercise. What I want you to do is to throw your hand, just throw them up really fast. Throw them up, good. Now I want you to throw them around the circle. So watch, throw them around the circle. Okay, so your hands pull you. Make sense? It's not your body starting and then pulling your hands, but throw your hands and let your hands pull you around that circle. So I don't want to see down. That's two separate motions, right? You want to see the hands just fire them around and down. Just throw them around that circle. Okay, do that. Do that in the air and see how fast can you throw the hands. Ready? Go. There you go. Good. Relax them. Keep them relaxed, and you can throw them pretty quickly. Okay, again, ready? Go. There you go. Good. Again, ready? Go. That's it. Good. Now partner up. Do it the same way with your partner. Okay? Partners come in a little faster. Just throw him. Just go. There you go. Good. Now, you don't know where he is. Now, if he's way too far down and you missed, is it that big a deal? No, you hit him in the face with something else, right? It's not a big deal, you know? Or you hit him on top of the head. Well, I don't care. He missed. He's off balance. He's yours now. You may not be able to pull off this technique, no. But you certainly can pull off something else, right? Because you're in a good position. Don't look for it. Just throw your hands around there. Throw your hands. No, you went. Did you get what I'm saying? Your concentration is on that. You guys, what I'm trying to do is make sure that you're not looking for this punch. Because when you're looking for the punch, you put the hands up, you stop, you're like you're trying to aim for it. Do you need to aim for it? No, you just need to not be where it is. You do not need to aim for that punch, right? But your brain says aim for it. Aiming for it will keep you in front of it and get you hit. Because even if I aimed for it, he's got, come in slow because I'm going to do this wrong, right? If he comes over the top and I'm trying to grab his, he was nice and missing me, what would really happen? He's going to go right on top of my head, right? So aiming for it and catching it out here, bad idea, isn't it? Okay? He comes in with that thing. I want to just get out of there. I don't, you know, and if he goes too far, I don't care. I got other stuff I can hit him with, right? Just get out of there. Okay? Yeah, there you go. Good. Now, you didn't hit the punch.
But I got out of the way.
Who cares? Yeah. Yes, that was beautiful. Yes, feel how, boom, that is. Now, spread out a little bit. Start. Yeah, hold on. You guys, every time you partner up, you pair up, and you're, ask yourself, would you fight this person from the distance you are at?
Yeah.
Is it the ideal distance that you would want to fight from? Okay, if you are too close, so if your partner walks up and says, okay, I'm going to dummy from you right here, okay, you kick her. Because what would you do in real life?
Don't not let her get that close.
You wouldn't let her get that close. So right here, if she's attacking you, like I mean, she hasn't moved yet, but in some way she's like signaling that she's going to attack you. We've gone over this before, haven't we? What do you do? Yeah. Okay. They're in your space. They've told you that they're going to attack you. You believe that it's true. You believe they have the capabilities. It's already assault, right? Even if they haven't moved, it's already assault if they're this close. You guys need to train in your head if that's the situation. What do you do? Yeah, it's technically it's defense, but it is, yes, you attack, right, okay? Make sense? If you guys continually pair up in class and you start from this close, what is getting put into your brain?
That's how the fight starts.
That's okay. That's not okay. Right. Got it? So if your partner does that to you, kick them. Okay? They will remember, because then they'll learn where fighting distance is, right? They will want to start outside of that kicking range, won't they? Yes. Okay? All right, go ahead. Right, good. Yeah, they do that. When you start moving. There you go. Different? You didn't feel the difference? You were there a lot faster. Yeah. There you go. Good. And so what? You don't hit the weapon. You don't care, right? Good. Yeah, if you miss that weapon, just ridge hand him in the face. All right? There you go. Or something. Punch him. I don't care. Whatever. Tiger bite him. Whatever. Huh? But I want that evasion that fast. The evasion, making sure you don't get clubbed in the head is the important thing here, right? Yeah. There you go. Good. Good. I want those to come down your center. Okay. Not at an angle here. Okay. Yes.
Is this a part of the movie?
Yes. Not at an angle. Here, down your center. Okay. So you guys, essentially, it's back and then straight down, right? Even though it's circular, still back down. It's not at an angle. Okay. I will show you why in a second. Okay. Yeah, just throw him and let him go. Yeah. Now the ears came up and then down. Make that circle. Okay? Right. There you go. Good. Watch you don't take too many steps. How many steps? One step. All right. There you go. Good. Yeah, you did a little bit of reach and then go. You want to keep that straight, right? Okay, you guys, not bad. Got it? Okay, so you're going to practice that throwing those hands, right? Don't look at it. Is it sinking in about the just not be there versus yes? Good, good. Okay. All right, so now, assuming he tries to club us in the head, we get out of the way, and we do this. Now, from here, for a moment, his hand would be here, right? Somewhere in here, right? We're going to continue that circle around into him, okay? Now, I was going to explain, if I go at an angle this way, let's think about this here. He comes up, and I catch him here. I just want to stop for a second. And I continue this motion at an angle this way. What does it do to his body? Huh? No, look. Here, you come in with over the top. I'm going to do this wrong here. Okay. Okay. What happens to her body? She turned a little bit, but she caught herself.
Oh, I did. Okay.
She caught herself because you felt the pull at that angle. Your brain says, put my foot there. Right? Okay. Okay. Now, in this case, you switch the other foot, but your brain's got a foot out in front of it to catch yourself, right? Okay. Now, do it again from here. Go ahead. Okay. She's starting to get trained, but you didn't reach out to catch yourself as much, huh?
No.
Okay. Now, had you not been just practicing this going here, you're... Yes, the feeling here is this is straight down this way. It doesn't cause the reaction to stick the foot out so much, right? The foot stays more underneath. Make sense? Okay, so you take their center a lot more by going straight down versus down at an angle, which does not take the center so much. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so their body will be in a different position here. Okay? All right, so back, straight down. Now, all we got to do is turn to a hard bow. Now, depending on where their body is and what kind of weapon they had in their hand, okay, this from here, and come on in, from here, this is probably going to go back into them. And if your arm is extended and you're firing it this way, and it continues to go down the center of your body, and it continues in that same path. Where's it going? How long is your arm? Groin, okay? You're going to hit yourself in the groin, right? Somewhere thereabouts anyway, right? If you have a knife in your hand and trying to stab this person on the top of the head with a knife, where's the knife? Okay? Guy walked up, stabbed himself in the groin. I don't know why he did it, but he did. There's none of my fingerprints on the knife, right? All right, so back here, drive it in. Now I'm going to go with both hands, but as it hits, I'm going to let this left hand go past because the right hand is aligned and reinforced there, right? Make sense? So anything he's got in his hand, a knife, a club, whatever, it's going to be bad for him because all that is going right somewhere about his groin, maybe right here on the side, the femoral artery, okay, but it's going to be bad, okay? All right, so again, ready, and go. Good, yeah, yeah. And just go ahead and let your left hand starts with your right, and then just let it go through. Just go ahead and throw it out to the side there, okay? How, kind of, see how sideways this way, like at a little angle, and you can reinforce like that. Keep your elbow in tight. Yeah, there. So reinforce that. So that's good and strong. Head up. Stronger, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So again, ready and go. There you go. Good. Uh-huh. And again. Ready? Go. Good. Good. What do you do with your eyes?
Keep them up. Push them.
Scan, yeah. Huh? Okay, yeah. So scanning doesn't mean I'm going to look over here and look over here, because that's using your focal vision, right? Scanning, your eyes got to be kind of soft, right? You're just here. You're keeping your head as stable as you can, but you don't need to look at this guy because your hands are on him and you know where he is, right? So you just kind of let your head stay stable as you're doing this. You don't need to look at him, okay? Let's pair up on this a couple of times before we close it up. Don't look. There you go. There's a knife sticking out of in the femoral artery. Do you really want to look at that? No, that's nasty. There you go, good. Don't look up at that. There you go, good. Get those hands going. Don't wait on the hands. Yeah. See your hands waiting? Yeah, you're starting your body and they're kind of hanging doing nothing. Now you got to start. Go. Still. Feel it? Fire the hands. Fire the hands. Oh, you're gonna have to work on that. Just work on firing the hands and letting those carry around. You want those hands fast, right? There, that's better. Much faster, huh? Yeah, slow it down a little bit. That's something, that's homework. Speed those hands, get those going first. Get out of the way, Nicole. Okay, so you reverted back to looking where it is, trying to aim for it, and trying to do this with your eyes. Remember, this is get out of the way, and it'll be there. Yeah, you don't have to look for anything. It's hard to let go of using your eyes, isn't it? Mm-hmm. No, you're totally using your eyes. You feel it?
I just start their eyes and kind of have a staring contest.
Yeah, you're placing things. Okay, wait, you need to slow down and back up, practice it slow. Go ahead and stop for now, because I don't want you to keep building that in. What I want you to do is I want you to practice later slow to get back to getting used to just getting out of the way and not using the hand. Because when you start going fast, you start reacting to and looking. So you need to practice more slow. There you go. Good. Come in on her. Okay. Yeah, you guys are being terrible dummies on this. You're like staying way back here. Somebody's trying to really clobber in the head. How are they really swinging? They're like throwing everything they got in there, right? They're not like, you know, yeah, it's not it, right? They're throwing their body into it. They're trying to hit you. They're trying to murder you with this thing, right? Okay, so they're putting body weight into it. That actually. Good. All right. I'm going to let Emily do it. Yeah. Have you all done it then? Okay. All right, line back up, you guys. All right. Practice the eyes. Okay, because y'all got a bad habit of that, right? Okay. And practice the hands. What are you going to practice with the hands? Yeah, and get them started first. The hands start. Start the hands. Throw the hands. Let them pull you around. Right? Let them pull you there. Okay? Get out of the way of it. Don't stay on this line. Remember how much we broke it down going all the way to the horse? And you guys want to revert and stay in this here? Yeah, get out of there. Okay? All right. So you guys have that down by Thursday, and we will move on. Okay? All right. Very good. Mr. Ray. Good. 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 All right. Ready? Up. Good.